Good morning. We returned from VanFest last weekend, and we discovered we needed to make a few improvements to the van. One thing that we need to do is add a external USB port so that we can leave on our canopy lights and close all our doors. So to do that, we need to remove the panel where the shore power is already located. We need to remove the light, which makes this a little more difficult of a project. And last time when I did the shore power, I had to remove this entire panel here. Hopefully I'm a little smarter this time and don't need to go that far. So let's get started. The first order of business is to remove this panel here to get at the two nuts that hold the light on in the back. And I'm going to tap into this USB port for power to the external one we're adding. Okay, with all the screws, we can now remove the panel. Okay, so that's that. So now we can access the screws or the nuts that hold the tail light in. Okay, the nuts for the tail light. There is one up here, and then there's a lower one here that I think I'm probably going to have to take out my propane box to get at. More fun. And let's see, I don't know if the camera is going to pick up that silver bolt or nut back in there. That's what needs to come out. So it's two of these that hold on the light. There's just one connector back in there that's holding it in place. So I'll get that out and we'll go from here. Next step is to take off this panel here. There are screws here on the inside. There's one underneath, and I believe there are a few behind this panel, which is why we had to take off that panel. So let's see what we got here. As I remember, there are a couple of Torx head screws here, and so there's a couple of 8mm bolts underneath I need to remove to start to pull this panel away. There was a lot of cussing to get that out, so I don't know if you guys are going to see any video from that. Now to figure out where to put the USB port and how to run it back into the van. Okay, before we do any drilling, I'm going to connect the USB to the existing USB port and then see if the external device we bought from Amazon still works before, again, I put a hole in the van. Whoa, success. So as you saw, we fried the lights when I had this connected directly to the 12-volt power. I now have put it into one of the USB ports and it's working fine. So what I'm going to have to do is order another USB port and hide it back in here, and this will connect to that. So we'll finish up the external part of the job today, and we'll do the internal whenever I get that part from Amazon. Requires a 1-inch hole for the external port. We drop this USB extension cord down through to act as our guide to get this back up into the van. We just have to replace the connection or connectors that broke when I took it apart. And where else? This one here. I think that's all of them. And then the two 8mm nuts underneath. This just snaps in very easily. It's not hard to get out at all. Turn it on. Well, that is the external portion of the job. Here is the USB outlet that I've just purchased from Amazon. And I will bury it somewhere in this area and probably secure it with cable ties to connect to the external USB and then up to the existing USB outlet. Well, I completed the preliminary wiring inside. Let's do one last check. Hopefully I don't fry it this time, and this is still the burned out set of lights. And let's see. Ooh, we got power and it's not smoking, so I think that is a success. Now that it's working properly and not burning up the lights, just a matter of closing everything up. Thanks for watching.